My memory tells me that you once had little differences of opinion with the Watchtower about this, and you wrote them a letter. What was their response to your letter?
Well, perhaps I ought to call your attention to the fact that when I found out that they had misquoted me in their grammar, and their index or notes, I wrote them a letter in which I didn't write them a letter at that time. I immediately got out an article that was published in the Watchman Examiner. Forgotten the title, though. A grossly misleading translation, I think, was the heading of it. A grossly misleading translation.
Apparently you were somewhat irritated.
Yes, I was. And I was disturbed that they were deceiving people by that kind of translation. And I called attention that the whole body of the New Testament, the contents of the New Testament, was against them. Because all through the New Testament, Jesus Christ is glorified, magnified. And here they were denigrating him and belittling him, making him a puny little god of the 2 centuries back, a pagan concept.
Demigod.
Yes, a demigod. And those demigods didn't have but a little territory or a little influence, like Bacchus was the god of wine. And
for today, that's rather universal.
Yeah, that's right. There are too many people that are worshiping him when they go to these taverns, aren't there?
That's right.
And they drink very heavily to him. They must love him a lot. And the other words were in current in those days for different gods. Mercury was one of them. And Zeus was supposed to be the head god. And another one the god that carried messages from one to the other, and Juno was supposed to be a goddess, and so on. But all of them had restricted territory and restricted jurisdictions in which they functioned. And if John had that concept, why, he wouldn't have been far removed from the pagan gods of that day, but he didn't have. He glorified the Lord Jesus Christ in every possible way, in hundreds of ways. All through the New Testament you have passages magnifying, glorifying Christ as King of Kings and Lord of Lords.
We're going to get into those passages because they're exciting, particularly from the perspective of Greek grammar. But for our audience, when you finally contacted the Watchtower, what was their response? Now, bearing in mind that you were the foremost Greek authority on the text, and you had written the definitive book on Greek grammar, and you wrote them. They'd even quoted you and honored you for your knowledge of the Greek. What was their response to what you said?
Well, it was that I could have my opinion and they would retain theirs.
In other words,
what I wrote to them didn't faze them one bit, according to the way they wrote back to me.
Don't confuse me with the facts. I've already made up my mind.
Yes, that's right.